You know, earlier this year in January, Barney Frank decided he wasn't going to run for re-election. Joe Kennedy stopped by my office downtown. Then he said, I tell you what, I said, Joe, I'll bring you down to our e-board, right in this very room. We took him to school in the back of the room. We talked about wage inequity, the right to organize, Davis-Bacon, fair taxation, and how we needed to build an economy and a society that respected workers and their unions, and one that shared prosperity across the board, not just for the 1%. While he may have needed help on issues and a roadmap to our labor movement, it should come as no surprise that Joe Kennedy's impressed everybody with his commitment to social and economic justice. I've witnessed it on the campaign trail. I've seen Joe grow. I've seen him at union events and rallies. But see, compassionate for the less fortunate, concern for workers, and a fundamental belief that a strong labor movement is essential to a democratic society, that's what the Kennedys have always been about. Compare that to the belief system of the CEO's son, that's the Republican nominee for President of the United States. In a candid camera moment, he expressed his utter disdain for every citizen of this nation that's ever needed a helping hand. Brothers and sisters, from 1946 until the death of Ted Kennedy in August of 2009, there was a Kennedy representing the interests of Massachusetts workers in either the House, the Senate, or the White House. It's been a huge void without a Kennedy, and over the next 6 weeks, we need to stamp and fill that void and put Joe Kennedy as the next congressman from the 4th Congressional District. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Rich, for that kind introduction, and thank you all for having me here today. I have to say what an honor it was for me to share the stage momentarily with Congressman Tierney, who has fought so hard over his career for working families, and we need to be doing all that we can to make sure he continues to carry on our fight. There's another person up on stage today that is special to me. I think over the course of the past year, all of you have seen just how tough Elizabeth Warren is. I can tell you as her former student, I never was concerned about that. And I have the marks to prove it, unfortunately. But I will tell you one thing. For what was evident from the first days and moments in her classroom, to seeing her at countless campaign events along the way, was that Elizabeth cares. She sees people. She cares about people. What she taught every day in the classroom was how the law was going to affect people. And not just people, but working families, individuals, brothers, sisters, fathers, sons, mothers, and daughters. And I can't speak for all of you, but that is exactly the type of person that I want representing me in the U.S. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the real deal, and it would be absolutely our privilege, Elizabeth, to have you fighting for us in Washington in the U.S. Senate. Thank you so much. President Tolman, always such a pleasure to say that, and always such a pleasure to recognize the extraordinary friendship and guidance you have given me over the course of this campaign. Thank you for having my back from day one. And to President Trumka, welcome to Massachusetts. It is good to be here. You are a great friend to this state, and we are honored to host you. Now, particularly honored to host someone who is leading our charge into November, not just here, but across the country. Because I don't have to tell any of you that the stakes in this election are truly high. What started a century ago
as a fight for decent wages, decent conditions, and decent hours has now turned into a battle to defend the most sacred advances that we've made since then. The right to organize, the right to collectively bargain, to retain our pensions, and the hard-fought worker protections that you have earned over decades of struggle. Because you understand better than anyone what we are up against. Because you are right in the bullseye of that Republican agenda. And it's amazing because they never seem to miss an opportunity to remind each of us what is truly at stake in this election. From a presidential candidate that dismisses 47% of the electorate because they don't make enough money, to a vice presidential nominee who says that the right way to balance the budget is to squeeze every last penny out of working families before daring to ask the rich to pay a penny more. And make no mistake, my opponent in this election is right there in that camp. He has said that if the right way to balance the budget is asking our seniors, our students, and our working families that they should be the ones to sacrifice more and make do with less. Well, you know what? I think that the middle class has sacrificed enough.
Yes.
He has said that Governor Scott Walker and Paul Ryan are some of the best minds in the business. He says that teachers' unions are what's wrong with our education system, and he believes that organized labor has outlived its purpose. Now, let me be clear about what I believe. Now more than ever, our country needs you. Working families need you. The middle class needs you. And I know that you will not let them down. I will stand with you and with Massachusetts in Washington, because labor is part of who I am. My family has had a partnership with labor that has gone back for decades. My uncle and my father, they were able to stick their necks out because you were always there. And when you needed their help, they were there for you. Nothing could make me more proud than to be able to continue that partnership. So I will fight to protect your right to collectively bargain, for that living wage, to defend the retirement security that you have earned, and the worker protections that you have fought so hard to protect. I support the project labor agreements and the prevailing wage, and a strong National Labor Relations Board. And I will stand up for Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, 3 programs that you have put together and protected for generations. Now, this is a fight about basic dignity, fairness, and respect. I think that those values are worth fighting for. And I am proud to stand with the hard-working men and women of this country and go to battle for you each and every day in Congress. We have little more than a month to earn our way to victory, from the very top of the ticket on down. And we need your help. I need your boots on the ground, those doors knocked, those phone calls, anything and everything that you can do from now till November 6th. And I know that standing together with your support, we will get this done. Thank you so, so much. And let's get it done.